Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to get ready to start our Field 3 Sweetwater Valley Little League Minor B teams, the Red Riders versus the Padres. And we're going to start out with the pledge. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined on a very cloudy day on Mother's Day weekend as we get set for some Little League baseball here in Minor B, excuse me. The Red Riders skippered by Coach Chris Bravens and the Padres skippered by Mr. Waters. And our Red Riders are going to be first up to bat, the visiting team today. We're going to play with and experiment a couple of multi-angle cameras, so you might see a little action there at third base and at first base. We'll see if we can't make that work for you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like on the hill for Waters is going to be Jacob Leone. He's out there getting warmed up. And let's take a look around the field. And number 5, Waters behind the dish playing catcher today. Over there at first base, we've got Joe, just one name, Joe. Coming around now to second base is Sino. And then over at third base is Eli. Shortstop's going to be Mateo out there, and center field is going to be Daniel R. Out in the outfield, we've got Keegan, and we also have Preston. So that's going to take us around the horn for Waters today. And for the Red Riders, we'll bring you their fielding lineup, but it looks like we are going to be starting off our inning today with Big Braden Gadberry. Gadberry coming up to bat first. And based on the way he was dressed during the Pledge of Allegiance, looks like Gadberry is going to be behind the dish for the Red Riders. So here comes Big Braden Gadberry, number 24, going to be the first one to step up to the plate. A lot of our young ball players out there wearing pink in honors of Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Thanks for doing what you do on a daily basis. Each inning will be reminiscing about moms and the wonderful impact they've had on all of our lives. So balls are coming in, and we are going to get started here at the top of the first inning. The Red Riders. Here comes the first delivery to Gadberry. That one foul tipped and strike one. A little bit inside. Gadberry fighting it off and up a little bit high. Here comes offering number 2 on the 0-1 count, and Gadberry swings and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. So 0-2 now the count for Gadberry as he stands into the plate. Moves a little forward in the batter's box, trying to get a little better timing on that ball. And Jacob Leone, the third offering, 0-2. Swung on and a miss, and that's going to send Gadberry back to the dugout. But 3 good offerings from Leone all over the plate. And that's going to bring up number 17, Callan Bell. Callan Bell playing right field for the Red Riders. And so up steps Bell, the right-hander. And the first offering from Leone. That one swung on and a miss for strike one, but a good swing. Oh, that ball coming in from the Majors field. Lots of baseball action here, the early game at Sweetwater Valley. Here comes the 0-1. That one called ball. 1-1 now the count. Callan, if it's close, buddy, give it a swing. Let's do it now. 1-1 the count, one away for the Ryderz here at the top of the first. Bell swung on and a miss. That's going to be strike two. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and a miss, and that's going to be strike three. So Bell goes down for a quick 1-2 for Jacob Leone on the hill. And up comes Anthony Fazzone. Number 8, Fazzone, has come up well. And Jacob Leone making quick work of the Red Ryderz here at the top of the first. That one, a called ball. Two away now for the Ryderz. And that one, so far inside, it was outside, and that's going to be ball two. So 2-0 the count. First side, Leone's been behind, and here comes the 2-0 delivery. That one low and outside, going to be ball three. So 3 balls to Fazzone, and of course on the 4th ball, the coach gets to come up and have a pitch. Here comes the 3-0 delivery, and that was going to be called a strike. So now 3-1 on Fazzone. And Jacob Leone stays alive there on the hill. Three-1 delivery, here it comes. And that one looks like it might have hit Fazzone in the arm, so we've got a struck batter, and Anthony's going to go ahead and take his base. So that's going to bring up number 7, big Wyatt Arndt stepping up to the plate. And with just 2 away, the Red Ryderz have got a runner on by a hit pitch. Wyatt Arndt stepping up to the plate to see what he can do against Jacob Leone. Here comes the first delivery. Little hesitation from Leone, and that one high for ball 1.
That's too high, Wyatt. That's not a strike. Let's go, babe. That's high.
It's like maybe the umpire might have called that one a strike. That one was over Wyatt's head. And that one was inside for ball 1. So it looks like 1-1 to count. That first pitch from behind the plate looked like it sailed over Wyatt's head. Should have been a ball, but called a strike. Let's see what happens here on the 1-1. That one inside for ball 2, and Fazzone is heading down to second base on an opportunity to steal. And he's going to stand up safe and sound now with 2-1 the count, and 2 away for the Ryderz here in the top of the first. The 2-1 delivery, and that one is way outside, and that one is going to be ball 3. And Fazzone making his way down to third base, standing up safe and strong. And Fazzone makes his way from first all the way over to third on a couple of missed balls. And as stealing base is now ever more popular in minor B, Wyatt Arndt's ahead in the count now, looking at 3-1. Wind up in the delivery. And that one's going to be ball 4. So on the 4th ball, that's going to bring up Coach John Blondin. And we'll see if Wyatt can drive in a run. And Blondin's going to have 3 pitches to throw. Wyatt's got 2 swings to make. Got to make contact. Got to send it fair ball. Any foul tip counts as a non-pitch. Here comes the first one from Blondin. Wyatt doesn't like it. It's going to take a look at another one. As a reminder, all of our young pitchers out there limited to a 50-ball pitch count. Here comes the next one, and Ryderz drives it right back to the pitcher. Let's see what Leon can do with it. He throws it down to first base, and that is going to retire the side. So Ryderz out at first, and that's 3 outs. So the Red Riders are going to get out there and take the field. So here we go, out and around the ball field, and right up there on the mound is number 55, Big Brandon Hirsch. Had a great outing at pitcher the last couple of games we've seen. Behind the dish is going to be number 24, Braden Gadberry. Over there on first base, number 22, Sawyer Rhodes. Standing over there at second base, that is big left-hander Levi Ruperto. At shortstop, we've got Peyton Bravens. Over there at third, we've got number 1, Andrew Cisneros. Out in left field, number 4, Jaden Blondin. Out there in left center, that's going to be number 3, Max Rivera. And in right center, that is number 17, Callan Bell. And out there in right field, that is going to be number 8, Anthony Fazzone. And that's your Red Rider lineup out and around the field as Hirsch gets warmed up here on a chilly day. And we look to go into the bottom of the first inning. Currently a scoreless game, and the Red Riders retired 3 outs in the first 4 batters. So let's see what they can put together on defense. And as we enjoy the bright colors of high-definition television, a big thank you to all the moms for making sure the uniforms are clean and sparkly as we celebrate Mother's Day on this fabulous weekend. A little bit dark and gloomy, but hey, without clean uniforms, these young gentlemen just don't look as good. And without moms, those uniforms wouldn't get done. Because let's face it, dads are just not that good at laundry. Here you go now. So number 10 is going to lead us off for Waters' team, and that is going to be Daniel R. playing center field. And our first batter, and the Padres wearing those bright pink armbands, all in celebration of Mother's Day. That one a little bit inside. That's going to bring the count to be 1-1. So 1-1 the count now on number 10. Daniel Ramirez. Here comes the delivery from Hirsch. That one high and outside, going to be ball 2. So 2-1 the count now on Ramirez. Here comes the delivery. And that one well inside for ball number 3. So Ramirez looking ahead in the count 3-1. And let's see if Hirsch can bring it back under control. Here comes the delivery. And that one in there for a strike. So full count now for Daniel Ramirez there up on the plate. And Brandon Hirsch looking to pitch his way out of a little bit of a tough spot for the first batter here in the bottom of the first inning. Here comes the delivery. That one high and inside. That's going to bring up ball 4. And here comes the coach to take the pitch. Daniel's got 1 to swing at and 3 to take a look at. Anthony! And the first offering from the coach swung on and a miss, and that is going to retire Daniel Ramirez, and that's going to be out number 1 for the Red Ryderz. All those strikes count against those batters from both the kid pitch and the coach pitch. So Daniel Ramirez goes down, and this is going to bring up number 3, Mateo, our shortstop for the Padres. And we're going to get a even opportunity. That first delivery high and inside, ball 1. Hirsch having a tough time settling down now, and it could be the cold. A little bit chilly out there in the ball yard. 1-0 the count now. And that one foul tip for strike 1. 1-1 now the count, and 1 away for the Ryderz here in the bottom of the first inning. The delivery. That one swung on and hit out into the middle of the field, and Hirsch tries to track it down, but that is going to make a safe call over there at first base. So with that, Mateo is out on the pond, and that's going to bring up number 2, Joe, our first baseman from the Padres. Brandon Hirsch ran after that one off the pitcher's mound. Thought he had it tracked into his glove for an infield fly, but unfortunately dropped between he and Cisneros, who was coming in from third. So that's going to bring up number 2, the first baseman for the Padres. This is Joe, and here comes the first offering from Hirsch. That one right down the middle and a strike. And with stealing legal now in minor leagues, it is going to be seen if this is a pass ball. And that one, a foul tip for strike number 2. So 2 strikes now on number 2.
Hey, don't cheat too much. He's going to hit it right there.
0-2 the count. Here comes the delivery. That one swung on and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. So 3 strikes now for number 2, but the runner on first is going to go ahead and steal it all the way over there to second base. And that is going to bring up number 7, Jacob Leone, our pitcher. Number 7, let's see what Jacob can do here against Hirsch. So 2 away for the Red Ryderz here at the bottom of the first inning, and the delivery from Hirsch. That one a little bit low and just a bit outside. That one's going to be ball 1. 1-0 now the count. Padres got a runner on second base after a steal. The delivery, and that's going to be a wild ball. That's going to advance the pitcher now over to the third base. And a stolen base now puts a Padres runner in scoring position as we are 2-0 the count now to Jacob Leone. 2-0 with 2 away.
Get a cup of water to rinse this.
Now he can't go.
That one high, assuming it's going to be a called ball 3. So 3-0 now the count to Jacob Leone. And the delivery. And that one inside for ball 4. So that's going to bring up the coach pitch. And Jacob's got all 3 to look at and all 3 to swing at. With 2 outs and a runner on third base. The Red Ryderz in a precarious defensive position. Let's see what they can put together. Here comes the coach delivery. Leone likes it and taps one onto first baseline, but that's going to be foul for strike 1. So 2 cuts left for Leone there at the plate and 2 pitches left for the coach.
Where's your play?
Leone hoping to straighten that one out. And that one swung on and a miss, so that's going to be strike number 2. So 2 strikes now for Leone as he looks at a final pitch. Got to make contact on this one or it's going to retire the Padres side. That one swung on and a chopper to first base. Hirsch gets it easy into his glove and down to first base with a great throw to Sawyer Rhodes, and that is going to send the Padres back to the bench. And the Red Ryderz is going to start the top of the second inning. And again, as we celebrate Mother's Day this weekend, let's give a big thank you for all the moms and grandmas delivering Starbucks on this chilly Saturday morning. Starbucks, the only way to stay awake during baseball. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as the morning continues to break and dawn continues to arrive here at Sweetwater Valley Little League Fields, this broadcaster just got a hot cup of Starbucks coffee, which means we're going to start talking a lot faster. And so here we go, 0-0, going in here to the top of the second inning as Leon continues to warm up out there on the mound for Waters Padres. And leading off this inning, it is going to be Peyton Bravens. They call him Pee Wee, a small strike zone, but a deadly bat when he gets a hold of one. Peyton Bravens, not sponsored or joined by his mom on this Mother's Day weekend. Because like all good moms, they go on vacation. When given the day off, they beat feet and head out of town.
Hey, so it's funny because
Are these for?
one of the kids on this team, his mom is with her.
And so here we go. Looks like we're going to get underway in the second inning now as Peyton Bravens begins to make his way over to the plate. And gets into the batter's box, and we are underway. Now the top of the second inning, and the Red Riders looking to put some offense together. The first one from Leon swung on and drove hard right over there to third base, and that one gets through the third baseman's legs, and we are back and running. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like Peyton Braven's going to go ahead and try to stand up on second base. He's getting all the way into third, gets dirty as he just beats the ball into that third base. Ladies and gentlemen, Peyton Braven standing on third with an opening triple. And the first pitch down, that one got under the legs of the shortstop. And Peyton Bravens leads off the Red Riders with a great triple and puts them in scoring position. So an RBI opportunity for Brandon Hirsch. The first offering from Leon. Hirsch fouls it off, and that one, strike one, a well-hit ball. Hirsch just a little bit behind it and driving it off and down the right field line. Here comes the 0-1. That one high for ball one. So 1-1 now, the count to Hirsch. The delivery, that one inside for ball number 2. So 2-1 now, the count. The 2-1 delivery. Wind up. Fires. Hirsch drives it right back to the pitcher, and Leon handles it easily right over to first base for the out, but that is going to drive Pee Wee Bravens across. And the Red Riders are on the board. 1-0 here in the top of the second inning. Great fielding by Leon there at the pitching mound. He got an easy dish right over to first base. And that's going to bring up the big left-hander. This is Levi Ruperto. And that one in there for a strike. So 0-1 now, the count on Ruperto. Here comes the next one. That one down and dirty. That's going to be ball one. So 1-1 now, the count, and one away at the out at first base. And Pee Wee Bravens came across the plate in a hurry. Red Riders sitting on top, 1-0 here in the second inning. Here comes the 1-1 delivery. In there for a strike right at the belt line, and Ruperto is now behind in the count, 1-2. Padres not showing the shift to respect the left-handed batter. Let's see what Ruperto can do, and he swings on and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to be the second out for the Red Riders, and that is going to bring up number 4, Jaden Blondin. Jaden Blondin in the last game had a nice second pitch home run, drove it all the way down to the fence, and the Red Riders looking to see if they can put another one across the board. Leone winds up and the delivery. Blondin swung on and a miss for strike 1. The Red Riders aggressively pursuing those. Must have been given the signal by the skipper today to go ahead and swing away. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. Swung on and driven right over the pitcher's mound, and that is going to send Blondin running around to first base. And that one gets all the way out into center, and Blondin's going to be standing up safe with a nice single. And the scoreboard coming alive here in the second inning, actually putting up the balls, the pitches, and all of the scores.
That lady knows what she's doing. Someone must have mainlined a mimosa.
Here comes Sawyer Rhodes at the plate and a swung on and a miss, strike 1, and that's going to send Blondin running over to second base as he steals it and stands up safely on that wild pitch. So Blondin's going to look to make his way all the way over. Smart base running tells him to try to be standing over there on third base, and Sawyer looking at an 0-1. Here's the delivery, and inside. That's going to be ball 1. So 1-1 now the count to Sawyer Rhodes. Sawyer had an incredible game out on the mound last time I saw him with an incredible run of strikeouts. Here comes the delivery. And down and dirty, that one's going to bounce over the plate, and that's going to send Blondin over there to third base. And he is going to be standing up safe and sound. So Sawyer Rhodes at the plate on a 2-1 count. And Jaden Blondin, after a well-hit single into center field, is going to be standing on third. Here comes the 2-1. Swung on and a miss for strike number 2. Two and two. Here it comes. That one inside and dirty. That's going to be ball 3. So a full count with 2 away now for Sawyer Rhodes up at the plate. Jaden Blondin in scoring position, representing the second run for the Red Riders here at the top of the second inning. Jacob Leone. Here comes the delivery. Foul ball as Sawyer Rhodes battles to stay alive with a foul tip. He gets to take a look at another one. So a full count with 2 away. Let's see what Rhodes can put together. Here comes the delivery. Swung on and foul tipped again. So Sawyer Rhodes stays alive, making Leone pitch to him. Jaden Blondin over there staying warm on third base. Here comes the 3-2. That one inside, going to be ball 4, and that's going to bring up Coach Blondin to pitch to Sawyer. Sawyer's got 3 to look at and only 1 to swing on. If he fouls it, he's going to stay alive and more pitches his way. So let's see what Sawyer can do. The delivery from Blondin and swung on and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to retire the side for the Red Riders with 1 across in the second inning. 2 good hits, 1 leadoff hit by Peyton Bravens. That had him standing on third base, and he was able to get all the way in on an RBI from Brandon Hirsch. Jaden Blondin was over there on third base, so the Red Riders strand 1 out on the pond, and we are going to switch it up to the bottom of the second inning. So Hirsch is going to warm up there, out there on the mound. So we're going to get ready to go here in the bottom of the second inning. The Red Ryderz on top 1-0, and Brandon Hirsch out there getting warmed up on the mound. And it looks like the sun's going to try to break out, which is going to make everybody wearing sweatshirts, beanies, and scarves regret their decisions. So this is going to be number 13 for the Padres. This is Elijah. And again, Elijah sporting those bright pink armbands, all in support of Mother's Day. Hirsch winds up. Here's the delivery. That one swung on and a miss for strike one. 0-1 now the count, and Brandon put a little heat on that one. Brandon settling in. Here comes the 0-1 delivery. And snapping that ball a little bit low. Bouncing the plate, and that's going to be ball one. So 1-1 now the count to Elijah. Elijah plays third base for the Padres. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on. Foul tip. That's going to be strike two. Elijah trying to get ahead of that one and dig it out of the dirt. Just got a little piece of it. So now 1-2. No changes for the Red Ryderz out there in fielding positions. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. That one in the dirt and outside. Going to be ball two. So 2-2 now. Hirsch sitting even in the count. Unflappable out there having a little big league chew. Perhaps a little hubba bubba. 2-2. Here's the delivery. Swung on and a miss, and that one is strike three. And that one was not only on point, but on speed. And that is going to retire the first batter. We should be seeing number 1, Preston, coming up. Preston's an outfielder for the Padres, batting right-handed. So 1 away now in the bottom of 2. Here comes the delivery. Swung on and a miss for strike one. That one was well low and very inside. But Preston liked it, so. Here we go. 0-1 the count now to Preston. Hirsch winds up, delivers. Swung on and foul tip. That's going to be strike two. So 0-2 now the count with 1 away for the Padres here in the bottom of the second inning. Brandon settling in, throwing some great pitches. Here comes the delivery. That one outside. Ball one.
From the Marlins, number 2, Will Smith.
Andrew, shoot the ball, hard no throw. 1 hopper to first.
Here it is, the 1-2 delivery. That one swung on, and that's going to be strike 3 for Preston, and that's going to send him down. That's going to bring up the catcher, number 5, Marco. So the first 2 batters have gone down swinging, so 2 away now in the bottom of the second inning. Hirsch lines up. Here's the delivery. That one inside and high. Going to be ball one. 1-0 now the count. Hirsch winds up. Here's the delivery. Fires. Just a little bit outside, and that's going to be called ball 2. Two 2-0 now the count. Here comes Hirsch's delivery. That one right down the middle for strike number 1. 2-1 now. Marco's been very patient out there, waiting to see his pitch. Now we're sitting at 2-1. No runners on, 2 away. Here comes the pitch. That one in the outside, and that's going to be ball 3. So 3-1. Here comes the delivery. That one well outside and a wild pitch. That's going to bring up ball 4. So here comes the coach to throw to Marco. Marco's got 2 to swing at and 3 to see. Having a little Mother's Day celebration over there on the Majors field. So here comes the throw to Marco. Marco doesn't like it, and there's good reason not to. That one bounced before he even got anywhere near the batter's box.
Good throw back, bud.
Here comes the next one. A looper, and Marco drives that one down first base, but there is Rhodes to suck it up, and he puts him out at first base. So that is going to retire the side, and the Red Riders head back to the dugout to get us started for inning number 3.
For the Dodgers, number 7, Dominic Pisano. And his mom, Christy Pisano. For the Marlins, number 45, Ryan Madsen.
So we are going to get set now for the top of the 3rd inning for the Padres versus the Red Riders. And the Padres currently sitting on a 0 position. The Red Riders with 1 across the plate in the 2nd inning.
For the Marlins, number 90, Noah Caballero. And his mom, Sydney Caballero.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's game sponsored by Stay Free and always keeping things fresh.
Never a bad day, as always.
It's always a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Max Rivera stepping up to the plate. He's going to lead us off. Now it's number 3, and first opening pitch is going to be a ball. So 1-0 now. The count as Leon kicks, fires, delivers. And that one's going to be strike number 1. Rivera with a foot just outside of the batter's box. The umpire's coach is not rewarding that kind of behavior. So 1-1 now. The count. Here comes the delivery, and Rivera swings on and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. So 1-2 now the count as Leon jumps ahead. One and two the delivery. Swung on and a miss, and that's going to be strike 3. So that's going to retire Rivera. He's going to head back to the dugout, and that's going to bring up Andrew Cisneros. Andrew Cisneros, the third baseman for the Red Riders, wearing number 1. So 1 away for the Red Riders here in the first delivery. Swung on and a miss, and that's going to be strike 1. Andrew's mom, not only a mom, but a teacher. So she's having a great week, celebrating Teacher Appreciation Week and Mother's Day all together. Here comes the delivery. That one's tipped right out there to the pitcher's mound, and Leon's going to fire down to first base. And they're going to put Cisneros out with an easy 1-3 combination. So that is going to be two-way now for the Red Ryderz. And that is going to bring back up to the top of the order, started in the first inning, Braden Gadberry. Number 24, the catcher for the Red Ryderz, and let's see what Gadberry can put together. First delivery, and that one is dirty for ball number 1. Braden Gadberry, the first ever minor league transfer player. He's actually been sold to an Idaho farm team. Taking the kid out of Bonita. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on and a miss. That's going to be strike 1. So 1-1 now the count to Gadberry with 2 away here in the top of the third inning. The delivery swung on and hit well to the pitcher, but he's not going to be able to pick it up, and the second baseman also threw his legs. So that's going to put Gadberry standing strong and tall on first base. Callan. Here comes Callan now. The delivery. Swung on and a miss. That's going to be strike 1. And Gadberry is going to head down to second base. The throw not in time. And Gadberry with a safe steal standing on 2. Come on, Callan. Drive Braden in. Let's go, buddy. You got it, buddy. 0-1 count to Bell. Here's the delivery. Steps away and swung on for strike number 2. Watch the ball hit the bat, Callan. And that one inside for ball 1. So 1-2 now the count to Bell. You got this, Callan. Come on, buddy. That one swung on and a miss, and strike 3. And that's going to send Gadberry on a steal over to third base. Doesn't matter, though, because it's 3 away now, and the switch side's happening. So here comes the bottom of 3.
Look at that.
So a couple of fielding changes for the Red Ryderz here as we get down into the bottom of the third inning. Looks like Max Rivera is going to be behind the dish. That's going to send Braden Gadberry out into center right field. Bell's going to switch over to right field proper, and that is going to put Levi Ruperto out there in left field. And at second base is going to be Wyatt Arndt. Still standing on first is going to be Sawyer Rhodes, and Brandon Hirsch still not high enough in his pitch count to worry about having to change out. So we'll see what he has to offer here on the mound. Red Ryderz still on top here as we get into the bottom of the third inning, and we are sitting 1-0 currently. Brandon Hirsch still easy in his pitch count, so he's going to get warmed up and ready to go. And as we watch all the traffic on the 125 past the ball field, I'm reminded that moms, they're the taxi drivers of today's economy. Making sure kids get from school to games, from games to after-school activities, and back home again. Moms really are the backbone, the support network that we all rely upon. Little known fact, Mother's Day, actually one of the largest days to spend outside and enjoying the fine dining of restaurants, mainly because dads have no idea what they're doing in the kitchen. That one swung on and a miss for the first offering from Hirsch, and that's going to be 0-1. This is the second baseman for the Padres, number 9, Sino, as it looks like on his lineup card. And here comes the 0-1 delivery from Hirsch. Rocks fires, swung on and a miss. That's going to be strike 2. 0-2 now the count. I want a pass ball. That's going to be ball 1. So now 1-2. And out comes the sun, scaring away a few of these clouds here in Veneta, California. Still a cool day on this Mother's Day weekend. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. Swung on and hit well to shortstop. Peyton Braven's in his glove, and they're going to get him out at first base. So, ladies and gentlemen, to score that one 6-3, a well-hit ball right at Pee Wee Bravens, and he fields it easily and gets it over to Sawyer Road, standing over there at first base for the out. So that's going to retire one away now for the Red Ryderz. Number 12, Keegan, an outfield player. That first one a little bit outside. That's going to be ball 1. So the 1-0 delivery right down the middle, and that's going to be strike 1. 1-1 as Brandon Hirsch settles down and fires right down the pipe. The windup and the delivery on the 1-1 pitch. That one dirty and inside. That's going to be ball 2. Looks like maybe Brandon released just a little bit late on that one. Got that ball down into the dirt. The 2-1 delivery. That one in there for a strike 2. Now even in the count. 2-2 with 1 away. The 2-2 pitch. That one outside. But it looks like it might have caught the edge of the plate, and that's going to be signaled for a strike. So strike 3, and Keegan goes down. Going to take us back up to the top of the order. And here comes big number 10, Daniel Ramirez. So 2 away now here in the bottom of the 3rd, and here comes the delivery. That one outside, going to be ball 1. Good snag by Rivera. That one in there for a strike. 1-1 now the count. One and one with 2 away. Here comes the 3rd offering to Ramirez, and that one in there and down the plate for strike number 2. Brandon Hirsch really finding his zone now. Well, the sun threatened to come out, but it's replaced by clouds. Here comes the delivery. That one, strike 3, and that's going to ring them up and send the Padres back down to the dugout. And the Red Ryderz are going to get started here. Anthony Fazzone's going to lead us off the top of the order as we get started on inning number 4. Red Ryderz still on top, 1-0. And we are looking at inning number 4 in just under an hour of gameplay here. Typically 5 innings is where we stop. It looks like we're going to have a pitching change for the Padres. Joe's going to come in and pitch. That's going to bring him off first base. That's going to send Mateo, formerly at shortstop, now over to the first bag. And that's going to put Jacob Leone at shortstop. So the Red Riders on top 1-0 here as we go into the top of the 4th inning on a cloudy Mother's Day weekend.
Why would you say that? I didn't do it.
As Joe gets warmed up there out on the mound.
Like a smallpox blanket.
And Gio now going to be behind the plate. As you should. As they should. Looks like balls are in. We're going to do the throwdown to second base, and then that's going to bring up Anthony Fazzone, number 8, to lead off for the Red Riders here in the top of the 4th inning. Getting a little last-minute advice there from Coach Arntz before Anthony steps up and into the plate. And Anthony going to move himself towards the back a little bit. And as he scoots in. So here comes the first offering to Fazzone in the top of the 4th inning as we get started. Red Riders on top 1-0 and the delivery. That one high and outside going to be ball 1. A new pitcher for the Padres. That's Joe, came in off of first base and now he's out on the mound. So the 1-0 pitch, here comes the delivery. That one right in there for strike number 1. The 1-1 pitch, here comes the delivery to Fazzone, and that one inside, but a called strike number 2. So the 1-2 count now to Fazzone. Here comes the delivery. That one outside, going to be ball 3. Here comes the 2-2. That one rings him up for strike number 3, and Fazzone is going to go down for the first out for the Red Riders, and up comes Wyatt Arntz. Wyatt was able to be patient, get into that 4th pitch, and then he had a ground out to first base after a struck ball right over there to the pitcher. Let's see what Wyatt can put together now. Here's the delivery. And that one, strike 1. So 0-1 now with 1 away for the Red Riders. Top of the 4th inning. Here's the delivery. And that one, a close call, but a strike nonetheless. So 0-2 now to Wyatt Arntz as he's going to try to battle his way back. Here comes the delivery. And that one dirty for ball number 1. So 1-2 now the count with 1 away.